How long wilt thou forget me, O Lord? Forever. How long wilt thou hide thy face from me? How long shall I take counsel in my soul, having sorrow in my heart daily? How long shall mine enemy be exalted over me? Psalm 13, 1-2. David opens this psalm with raw honesty about spiritual struggle. He asks 4 times, "How long?" revealing the depth of his frustration. This repetition creates a rhythm of anguish that many believers recognize. The questions pour out without pause or apology. These verses show that faith does not eliminate difficult emotions. David feels forgotten by God, yet continues addressing him in prayer. He experiences divine silence, yet maintains communication with heaven. This paradox characterizes authentic spiritual life. How long wilt thou forget me, O Lord? Forever. This phrase expresses the believer's most painful fear. The word forget suggests complete abandonment and neglect. When God seems absent, his people wonder if he remembers their existence. The question reveals anxiety about permanent rejection. This feeling contradicts biblical truth about God's character. Scripture declares that God never forgets his children. Isaiah 49:15-16 states, "Can a woman forget her sucking child, that she should not have compassion on the son of her womb? Yea, they may forget, yet will I not forget thee. Behold, I have graven thee upon the palms of my hands." Yet David's emotion reflects genuine human experience. During seasons of trial, God's presence seems withdrawn. Our prayers appear to fall short of reaching God's throne. Circumstances suggest divine indifference to human suffering. These feelings challenge faith without indicating spiritual failure. Job experienced similar emotions during his trials. He complained God had become his enemy and treated him like a stranger. Yet Scripture commends Job's faithfulness and condemns his friends who offered simplistic explanations for his suffering. How long wilt thou hide thy face from me? This phrase uses different imagery to express the same concern. God's face represents his favor and blessing. When he hides his face, believers lose their feeling of divine approval and acceptance. This creates spiritual disorientation and emotional distress. Moses understood the importance of God's favor and blessing. In Exodus 33:15, he declares, "If thy presence go not with me, carry us not up hence." The visible manifestation of divine presence provided guidance and confidence for Israel's journey. Without it, they faced uncertainty and fear. The phrase suggests God conceals himself rather than being absent. This hiding serves divine purposes that believers cannot always understand. Sometimes God withdraws his felt presence to test faith or develop spiritual maturity. Verse 2 shifts focus from God's apparent absence to its effects on David's inner life. How long shall I take counsel in my soul, having sorrow in my heart daily? This phrase describes the exhausting process of self-reliance during spiritual drought. Take counsel in my soul suggests internal debate and decision-making without divine guidance. David must rely on his own wisdom and understanding. This creates anxiety because human wisdom proves inadequate for life's complex challenges. The believer knows he needs divine direction, but often he cannot sense God's leading. This self-counsel produces sorrow in my heart daily. The word daily emphasizes the persistent nature of this emotional burden. Each morning brings renewed grief. Each evening ends with continued disappointment. The cycle repeats without relief or resolution. Modern believers face similar struggles during seasons of spiritual dryness. They read Scripture without receiving fresh insight, Christians pray without sensing divine response. They make their decisions based on limited human understanding while longing for clear divine direction. How long shall mine enemy be exalted over me? This phrase introduces external opposition that compounds internal struggle. David faces human adversaries who appear to triumph while he suffers. Their success seems to mock his faith and question God's justice.